about you, but being back at Bellagio makes me kind of nostalgic.
Yeah, this is where it all began.
Here at Festa, not 7 months ago.
No. Bellagio Cup back last July.
BJ, neither of us worked Bellagio Cup back last July.
Yeah, but
How could we have started the Jess and BJ Show at an event we weren't even at?
Not the Jess and BJ Show, Season 9 of the World Poker Tour.
Season 9? I was talking about the Jess and BJ Show. Where are your priorities?
On the tour. But if you're feeling nostalgic,
I am.
Then this is the show for you. This is...
Previously on with Jess and BJ. We thought it's the final event of the season. What better way to get the Jess and BJ Show's last set of shows off with a recap of how the season has gone?
But first we got to recap WPT Florida and settle up.
We do. You won the over-under again. I think you swept all of the over-unders this time.
A rare thing for me on the pre-final table stuff.
You don't do well on these things.
I like Florida. Florida was working for me.
I did like Florida too. Abby Daniels, we did an over-under on her finishing position. The line was 3. You took the over. I took the exact.
Where'd she finish? Fourth? Fourth? All right.
Very close. I did win for, I think, the 4th tournament in a row, the final table contest.
Yeah, you kind of kicked my butt. But I did have the winner, Taylor von Kriegenberg. So that's like a...
But did I not say Kurt Kohlberg wasn't finishing 6th place? Finished 2nd. So.
Yeah, Kurt Kohlberg from a very short stack came back to battle 2nd. Go Kurt.
All right. Today's over-under. We should probably take care of that before this little trip down memory lane. We're here at the championship.
Yeah, and we're doing a standard. How many players are we going to get in the field?
And the line is?
Bookies set the line at 213. Last season, we had 195 players. Everybody knows about Black Friday. People are assuming kind of lower, but the bookie seems optimistic.
Last year, there were some conflicting tournaments, so I think with those out of the way, you might see an uptick, but I still feel like this is a little high, so I'm going to take the under. I'm a pessimist, what can I say?
Right. Last year, the WPT World Championship was in April. This year, bumped to May. I agree, though. I think 213. I'll be very happy with 200. I think 213, a little high.
But not by a lot. It's not an unreasonable number. I mean, I think getting up in the high hundreds, low 200s is certainly within the realm of possibility. Last season...
Quick question. Do we have late registration until day 2?
I think so, yes.
All right.
Think it's one of those start of day 3 things, isn't it?
That's Bellagio Cup. I think we're one of those 5 p.m. on day 2 things.
We'll get clarification on that for you and put it in the updates. In the meantime, last year you said we had 193.
195
last year. David Williams won last year at a pretty solid final table.
Excellent final table. Heads up against Justin Smith.
Against Eric Baldwin.
Eric Baldwin. See, I'm already back on Bellagio Cup.
All of these trips to Bellagio do blend at a point. But the championship is
Sorry,
special.
Basebaldy.
It's different. It's the big show. And David won last year. And then it's kind of fun because you have the Player of the Year race. The past couple of seasons has come down to the final table of the championship. You had Sean Buchanan with a shot at it. Bad beat out in 3rd place last year. So hopefully we'll have some dramatic moments like that.
Yeah, or maybe a couple seasons ago when Elke won it, where someone will win the Player of the Year title at the final table televised. That was pretty cool.
All right, you were so eager to talk about Justin Smith that
I think it's time final table the Bellagio Cup and finished 2nd.
Let's talk season 9. He
Okay.
did final table Bellagio Cup. Kicked off the season with a great final table. Justin Smith making consecutive Bellagio Cup final table appearances, moving up from 3rd to 2nd.
Not breaking his leg this year.
And no injuries this time. You know who finished 3rd at that one?
I think I do.
Are you going to tell me?
Sure. Phil Ivey.
Yes, Phil Ivey. Moritz Kranich defeats this really tough final table and kicks off a season where the Europeans had a really good showing over the course of the year. So he started off, then we went to the bike, and we all got to know a man we've become very familiar with.
Andy Frankenberger.
Yes. Almost in the process of pulling a Pelton. Almost did it, too.
A Pelton. What is pulling a Pelton?
You know, pulling a Pelton, winning Legends of Poker, and then getting 3rd at Festa. He didn't quite do that. He got 5th at Festa, but similar to Joe Pelton's Season 5 run at Player of the Year, where J.C. Tran ended up edging him out at the
Yeah, that was that brief period. I didn't follow the tour for a couple of months. That was kind of during my missed moment. Well, sorry, Joe Pelton.
Good try on pulling a Pelton, Andy.
Only if he clinches the Player of the Year title.
Joe didn't win Player of the Year.
Oh, that's right. Ooh, hope you don't pull a Pelton, Frankenberger.
Yeah. Sorry, Joe Pelton. Hope you're not watching. This season we had a ton of European events, and while we didn't get to go, we did get to follow from home and see some of the cool stuff that was happening. Went to Paris, went to London, and in London you had this British poker invasion continuing with Jake Cody winning the main event there.
A British poker invasion in London, so a British invasion of Britain?
Yes, they invaded themselves, and Jake Cody led the charge and won the whole thing.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Okay. And then I think we have a live updates favorite that came after that. Somebody shocked the world.
Dwight Pilgrim at the Borgata Poker Open.
Yes. He shocked the world. Largest field in WPT history with over 1,000 players.
One of my favorite final tables of all time, just to watch.
And then from there, let us pause briefly to commemorate the birth of the Jess and BJ Show at the start of Festa, but at the end of Festa, people were more preoccupied with the fact that Randall Flowers became the youngest two-time WPT winner ever at 22, 2 titles, and another really great final table. Bellagio's just been solid final tables all season.
And you think 2 WPT titles is more important than the premiere of the Jess and BJ Show, the inaugural
tournament? Of course not,
tournament?
but I feel like people misunderstand the importance.
Oh, you're pulling aside your personal feelings
Yes.
to kind of put up a front.
I'm trying
for
to
the
be an
show.
objective journalist.
Okay.
Journalist. Then we took a little break, but we ended up back at Bellagio around Christmas time, where
Another great final table. Vanessa Rousseau coming in with the chip lead, but Antonio Esfandiari,
on his birthday, no less.
on his birthday, took down his second WPT title 7 seasons after his first one back in season 2.
Yeah, that was a great final table too. Another European that we should mention, during the spring, we're talking about Frankenberger and Vivek and who's going to win the Player of the Year race, and then Alessio Isaia, the Italian who won WPT Venice, goes on this heater, wins Venice, then gets 7th in Vienna, and then cashes in Bratislava, and he is now 3rd in the Player of the Year race. So here, he could make some headway on...
And I still have no idea what he looks like, so I will be seeing him for the first time here.
That's the excitement
Nice to
of the
meet you,
championship,
Alessio.
though. You get all the winners coming in and
Right.
taking their seats.
We think we have 19?
20
players who won their seats by winning WPT events this season.
Other highlights this year, you had Greg Brooks winning a really big LAPC
Yes.
with Vivek Rajkumar starting his back-to-back final table showings with 2nd at LAPC and 3rd
Also
at
putting him deep in the
A101.
running for Player of the Year.
Yeah, he is now 2nd and can, with pretty much cash,
Depending on the
tie,
field size
yeah.
and how they pay it out.
But he doesn't have to final table, is what we're saying.
Right.
So.
But there are a lot of people who will probably be in this field who could tie or pass Frankenberger with a final table.
One of those won Florida. Taylor Von Kriegenberg just a couple weeks ago, taking down the Seminole Hard Rock Showdown, the first ever one of those. Over $1 million in prize money for that. He's one of those people in contention for Player of the Year, which begs the question, who is winning Player of the Year this year, BJ?
I still got to say I like Vivek, but I still got to say Frankenberger's the favorite. He's got only a small lead against Vivek, but again, he can cash too. I expect Frankenberger to be here and probably make a pretty solid run.
See, I was going to take Andy too, I have to be honest, but if you're taking him, I feel like I should go out on a limb and take someone else. You know what? I'm going to say Greg Brooks is going to be our Player of the Year. I feel like he's been playing well. LAPC was his first WPT, kind of played on a whim, and then it seems like he's been playing a lot lately, playing really well. My vote, Gregory Brooks.
See, I thought you were going to go further back and go like Marchese, who needs a lot more points.
I think Marchese, who already has 2 final tables this season.
He's the dark horse, I think.
I would not be surprised at all to see him.
And he's about a final table away. If he final tables this and Frankenberger doesn't cash, I think he's got it.
Yes. He is one of those people that can, with a final table,
Right.
take it down. That's the beauty of the championship, which brings us to our question of the day. What is your favorite championship?
I'm going first?
Yes.
Well, for me, I think it comes down to history. This is the championship that's been really around the longest. It's the big one. It's the one people dream about winning. It's the World Series.
BJ, what are you talking about?
Baseball, Jess. I'm talking no, not that other. Baseball. World Series of baseball. I mean, it's America's game. World Series has been around since 1903. It's, not always the most exciting because sometimes they'll just sweep them in 4 and things like that. But it's just, even if I hate the team, even if the Yankees are winning, sorry Yankees fans, the World Series, it's on another level.
All right.
All right, favorite championship.
The NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. It's March Madness. There's nothing like it. 64 teams. Anybody can take it down. It's awesome.
The whole tournament?
Well,
the whole
tournament is called the championship, much
Yeah,
like
but
this
really-
whole tournament is called the championship.
Yeah, but it's only the final game is the championship game.
So you're telling me Eric Baldwin and David Williams are the only people who played for the championship last year?
No, because I think poker is very different than basketball. I think it's more comparable to something.
I just don't think that
golf.
you can appreciate the championship, the ultimate final match of the championship, without appreciating the road that people took to get there, and that's the beauty of
But
it.
isn't that true of every championship?
I
I mean,
can't
April
wait
counts as
to
much
go
as
on
September in
hiatus
baseball.
so we don't have to have these conversations anymore.
Oh, I'll be texting you.
I'll delete you. I will block you from